When AIDS arrived in Australia in 1982, the gay movement was well prepared. There were already AIDS action committees set up, and public meetings have been held to educate, to inform and to motivate people to get involved in the campaign. The election of the Labor government federally in 1983 meant that we were ready to partner with them and the medical profession to respond to the crisis. One of the great innovations of the movement, though, was that it realised it needed to work not just within the corridors of power, but also outside them, to challenge fear with compassion and scepticism with respect. The first important such action was the Candlelight Vigil, established in Melbourne in 1985 by Phil Carswell and Tom Carter, both of whom had been involved with the AIDS response since the earliest days. By 1994, so about a decade after the first of the vigils, they were being held in all state capitals and in a number of regional towns and cities, attracting anything up to 60,000 people at an annual gathering, a profound outpouring of grief that was also a political statement. AIDS was shown by this to be a human tragedy, something that affected not people out there, but everyday people, as well as their family and friends. Alongside the vigil, AIDS campaigners established the Quilt Project, the Australian AIDS Memorial Quilt Project, to give it its proper name. Again, this was imported from the United States, but it was an attempt to make the public aware, to put a human face to the grief that people were experiencing. The idea was that families or friends of somebody who died of an AIDS-related illness would create a fabric panel to commemorate their life, to celebrate and to mark their individuality. Each panel is unique, commemorating the deceased with words and images which evoke their personality, interests or habits. The quilt panels were intended to be displayed. They were intended to move public opinion. One of the great displays was here at the exhibition building. The unfolding itself was a ritualised process and needed a great deal of space. The purpose of the quilt was to humanise the AIDS crisis, to help people realise what was really going on and to offset the fear and hatred that was often being generated.